Chapter 6. Emma's announcement sent a shock wave across the room, making everyone gape in extreme surprise. Everyone thought that Emma must be out of her mind. It was the worst time to stand under the limelight now. Other than failing miserably, there's nothing else she could achieve. Diamond Group was the largest company in Orris Hill, and the Richard family was nothing more than an insignificant ant to them. Whoever took the challenge would only end up failing. Harold couldn't help but mock sarcastically, "Emma, do you really think you can get a deal from Diamond Group?" Olivia continued in the same mocking tone after her brother, "Emma, who do you think you are? What do you think Diamond Group is? You being so reckless and irrational will only humiliate us, the Richard family." Someone else added, "Olivia is right. If she is kicked out by Diamond Group, our family will be a laughingstock in Orris Hill." Blood rushed to Emma's face and she felt her face burning in embarrassment. Her status in the family had plummeted since she married Alex. Not only did the family members ignore her and elbow her aside, but they also derided her parents. She felt that if she could strike that deal with Diamond Group, she could consolidate her position in the family. The most important thing was that her parents could also stand up tall and be proud of who they were. But under the sarcastic comments and condemnation, she wanted to withdraw herself from her silly idea. She glared at Alex in annoyance. How did he bewitch her and why did she listen to him? She shouldn't have made such a silly suggestion in the first place. Lady Richard was very angry as she listened to the audience's verbal exchanges. No one dared to accept the task after she asked several times. Now that Emma courageously stood up to take the challenge, these people started ridiculing her. Lady Richard had always disliked Emma, but at this moment, she was glad that Emma was at least willing to walk the impossible talk. Unlike the rest of the members who were only good at giving her trouble. Especially her favorite grandson, Harold. He was such a disappointment. Because of this, Lady Richard's attitude towards Emma changed a lot. She said immediately, "Stop your nonsense, you cowards. I'll pass the task of striking a deal with Diamond Group to Emma." Sheepishly, Emma mumbled, "Don't worry, Grandma, I'll try my best." Harold puffed a breath from his nose and sneered coldly, "You try your best, and then what? You'll embarrass us when you fail later." Alex asked in a mocking tone, "Harold Richard, why do you taunt Emma like that? Do you think that the Richard family is not qualified to collaborate with Diamond Group?" Harold had never expected that the loser Alex Anderson dared to speak up during the family meeting, not to mention in such a high-horse manner. Seeing the fury slowly burning on Lady Richard's face, he quickly explained, "No, I don't mean it like that. I just think it is impossible for Emma to strike the deal. That's all." Alex laughed in amusement and asked, "What if she succeeds? Should we make a bet?" Harold grinned coyly. "Okay, let's bet then. Do you think I'm scared of your little threat? What do you want to bet?" "Let's hear you out." Alex said, "If Emma succeeds, you will grovel at my feet and admit that you're wrong in front of everyone. If she fails, I will grovel at your feet and admit that I'm wrong. What do you think?" "Ha ha ha." Harold laughed out loud. "You're really digging your own grave, loser." "All right, I'll take the bet." Alex nodded with satisfaction and uttered, "Everyone, all of you are our witnesses. Whoever goes back on the bet would have his father, mother, grandpa, and grandma die." He intentionally emphasized the word grandma loudly and clearly, for he didn't want Harold to break their promise after he lost. Harold wouldn't dare to go back on his words after such a statement. If he did repent, he would be cursing his grandmother, Lady Richard, to die. Lady Richard would not let him off the hook so easily. "Okay." Harold thought that he was on the winning side, but what Harold didn't know was that he was jumping right into Alex's trap. He laughed loudly and said, "Everyone, you'll be my witness, I'll wait for you to kneel before me." Emma was startled by the entire event that she kept signaling to Alex with her eyes, but he turned a blind eye to her. Lady Richard couldn't care less about the bet. Her only concern was whether the richer group could take a spot in Diamond Group's collaboration list. If the deal was on, she wouldn't even mind if Harold called Alex's daddy, let alone kneel before him. Thus, she said calmly, "Okay, that's all for today. Emma, you have 3 days to negotiate and strike the deal. Dismiss." After returning home, Emma's parents threw a fist at the young couple. Emma's mother, Elaine Richard, paced the living room agitatedly and said, "Emma, you're crazy. How could you listen to the loser and accept the task without thinking it through?" Emma's father, Trump Richard, turned to Alex and chided, "Alex, you hopeless loser, you've pushed my darling daughter right into the grave this time." His face flushed and red as he continued, "If Emma fails this time, she will be elbowed by the rest of the family, and you'll have to bow to Harold like a peasant in front of the whole family. My dignity will be ruined." Alex said earnestly, "Dad, Mom, everything will be all right if Emma succeeds in the negotiation and strikes the deal, am I right?" "Negotiate my ass." Trump growled furiously, "Do you have any idea how powerful Diamond Group is? They won't even bat an eye at the mediocre Richard family." Alex said with a smile, "Maybe someone will bat an eye at us, you don't know that. Honestly, I have confidence in Emma. I think Emma will strike the deal easily." Elaine sneered scornfully. "You think? Who are you? Do you think you are the owner of Diamond Group? You are nothing but a loser, a piece of trash. How do you dare be so ignorant and confident?"